start of day 2 in Utah, day 4 of my western trip. So currently on Highway 6 south, south of Provo, and beautiful. It's cold this morning. It's 50, but it's windy again, and it's a cold wind. But it's been a nice ride this morning. All these big sweeping curves, which is right up my alley. On the road from Fairview, Utah to Emery, and yeah, it's quite scenic. Huge drop-offs and crazy steep corners. Some pretty pictures up here, pretty colors. It's gonna be a nice day. But yeah, you mess up on this road, you're dropping. There's just drop-offs like crazy. Just before the boys came by there, I was filming on the side of the road. An older dude went past on a Harley with a crazy beard flying up. I don't even know how he was seeing. I can't imagine that tickling my nose all day long too. But whatever, each to their own. Be a boring place if we were all the same, wouldn't it? Open range cattle again. Nice. So we must be approaching the summit here. We don't have the big canyons or anything around us. Man, the yellow in those trees is just fantastic.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes and
this is something else. I can't see on my phone what highway number this is, but between Fairview and Emery, Utah. It's certainly one to check out. So like that trailer there, is that just somebody parking their trailer there randomly on public land? I don't have a clue. I see that quite often, so I'm guessing that's what the deal is you just go and set up shop and camp, I guess. There's another one.
The infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Well, I'm awful thankful that I don't have cars behind me pushing me down the hill. I was riding through the Kentucky mountains one time when I lived in Virginia, meeting an old friend to camp for a weekend, and couldn't get away till way late in the evening. And so obviously I had to ride at night through these crazy winding roads and you know, not having a clue where I was going, and this is before GPS and pitch black, and I had a car right literally on me, and man, I just hate that when that guy probably lived there or whatever and knew exactly where the next corner was and all that stuff, but I didn't have a clue, and it was not pleasant for me in the slightest. So today is just another thing to be thankful for. Got the week off of work, out on a bike, hanging out with friends. Very blessed indeed. Have a wonderful family that let me get away. And man, this is some phenomenal riding. Phenomenal. And for you daredevils or speed junkies, this would be nice technical rides for you. I know most people at this point who are motorcycle enthusiasts have seen the long way around or long way down or whatever shows that Charlie Borman and Ewan McGregor made, and I wonder, because Charlie had so much more riding experience than Ewan, and in the show shows him wheeling and doing stunty stuff and whatever. You know, when they came to passes like this, was Charlie just wanting to go and zip along and drag his knee and stuff, whereas I'm more like Ewan, or maybe Ewan's more like me, and more cautious and not interested in getting that bike sideways. Vertical? No, horizontal. Vertical is what I like to be. Straight up and down, just like this. So yeah, I don't know, did Charlie always want to be just flying along? And Ewan not? Maybe not. Maybe they both were, they both dialed in, and if I was doing a 3-month ride around the world, I probably wouldn't be taking tons of risks. Just because, yeah, you're in the middle of nowhere if you get hurt. But who knows? If one of them can just go ahead and comment and tell me, that'd be great. Yeah, because I'm sure they'll be watching this. Who doesn't like to watch a grass person talk about riding motorcycles? That going down the mountain was a lot longer than I expected. I'm still descending like crazy. There wasn't a sign at the summit to say what the elevation was. When we were coming to Fairview, there was a sign that said we passed the summit at 6,600 feet above sea level. But yeah, no, this was way higher up than that, and no sign to tell you Temperature's dropping, which is interesting because we're dropping elevation. I say we, but they're so far ahead of me, it's me. They're probably already down at the bottom of the mountain by now. It was funny, Jake was saying last night, after several long days in the saddle, it's like, does your butt ever get used to sitting on a motorcycle seat for that long a time? And Austin, who's ridden for years, was like, nope, it's just how it is. And yeah, for me, I've got to get off and stretch every couple hours, because yeah, it's being all bent up and being on a hardish seat can cramp you up pretty good. There's orange flags here on the cow sign. Is that a bad sign that expect cows? What if I don't want cows? The color of some of this rock up high here just kind of took me back to my freshman year of college. I was in a play called Bless the Beasts and the Children, and I played a character called Teft. And in the book, or in the play, Teft is kind of a delinquent kid, and all the kids at this camp that they're all kind of they call them the bedwetters. They're all the loser kids, the uncool kids or whatever, and they were all bunked up together because nobody else wanted to deal with them. But as part of this play, I had to give I guess, little soliloquy kind of thing, talking about Teft's background, and kicking and screaming, getting on the plane to go to the summer camp, Box Canyon Boys Camp. But once he got up in the air and was flying, I don't even remember where he was from, but flying up over Arizona and this area or whatever, looking out the window, the illimitable, see, I can't even say it now, and there's a word I had to say during this play, the illimitable red rock, just kind of blew his mind. And there's all those red rocks up there. Illimitable, easy for me to say. There's where Homer Simpson works. I'm guessing those are, the steam coming out of there is cooling. I'm guessing that's a reactor of some sort. I'm no nuclear physicist or anything, but it looks very nuclear to me. I've been enjoying this so much, I haven't even had my music on. I've always got music playing in my helmet. I hadn't even noticed until just this second. Very unlike me, but with that fantastic scenery and that road, it was, I just wasn't even paying attention. So this ride coming up to Emery, after we got down from going through the mountain pass, it's just, like I mentioned before, it's a moonscape. It's really bizarre, deserty. I'm not exactly sure what, if anything, this land is used for, but there's not a whole lot to it. So I'm guessing there was lots of mining. Like, that looks like my old mine spoils right here. I don't know what they would mine here, but it certainly looks like mine spoils. Looks like before they had to do reclamation on mine spoils. It kind of reminds me of southern Saskatchewan as you come into Saskatchewan from the border crossing at Portal, North Dakota. Southern Saskatchewan looks very much like this, where they strip mine coal for decades, and it was before you had to clean up after yourself. It just looks just like this. It just left a big mess. And so when my 9-year-old was very little, I told him that we were on the moon, and he he was amazed that we had crossed the border to go to the moon. It's alright to lie to kids, right? Just a fun one. So coming into Emery up here, and then back up into the mountains. Emery town. Established 1883, elevation 6280. So we're still a ways up there. Old cool church over there. I don't know that it's actually used anymore. But I think it's cool that the churches back in the day were the tallest building in town, always. The steeples were. And that's obviously gone long ago, but what a cool old church, all boarded up. Look at him go. It's kind of wide open up here, but really pretty. Not at all like that pass we went over this morning. It just kind of goes off forever all around us. So we are heading down the mountain now. Looks like we'll be doing that for about 15 miles. Shockingly, once again, we've got really pretty scenery and really great roads. I think, you know, you come through a state, usually in a car or whatever, and you're on the interstate and you don't see anything. You get on these back roads and you actually see what America really looks like. And man, I think you learn so much more about the country taking these back roads. And you see things that, other than billboards, that you know, are great to see. And I understand it's not a fast way to go, but you know, on a motorcycle, this is the only way to do it. The smells, you just see so much more. I think just, you know, without having a cage around you, it's pretty special. One thing I don't like, and I don't understand why they're doing this, all of these cattle guards are in curves. For pity's sake, what if it's raining? So I learned that the trailers and campers and whatever that are just randomly parked out here are hunting elk. And you can park out here for up to 14 days at a time. I guess the forest of the aspens, where the elk like to hang out. Sure is some diverse scenery in this state. We've seen desert today, we've seen this sagebrush stuff, whatever it is. We've seen gorgeous evergreens and aspens. Obviously all sorts of mountains and valleys, lakes, rivers, a little bit of everything. Another cattle guard on a curve. Cattle guard, cattle gate, whatever they're called. Water in the road here, that's always good. I've never ever seen a road grow before, so wasting water in a state where it looks like they don't need to be wasting water. I'll get off my soapbox. Fremont, Utah. What do you do for fun, Fremont, Utah? cool old truck here, two of them. International and a Chevy, I think. It's funny, I was talking about a Chevy truck to my son the other day, and he goes, "Is Chevy a new kind of truck?" I said, "No, it's a Chevrolet." He had never heard, he's 9 years old, he's never heard that abbreviation before, which was kind of humorous.